Hi guys, I am Arun. Today we shall see how to use the plot digitizer. First we shall see what's the use of plot digitizer. Plot digitizer is a software generally used to obtain the XY value from a graph like this. So when we are writing some thesis or paper, it's mandatory that we should compare our result with the existing literature result. But most of the researchers may not share their metadata. In that case, it's very difficult to get this data, but this data may be available in their papers. So we can obtain the data from their paper by taking the screenshot of the graph so that we can convert that into a JPG or PNG format that we can load in the plot digitizing software. So this is one of such data we got from the paper, and we will load this in on plot digitizing software. There are plenty of plot digitizing software available. For this tutorial, we'll be using the very basic plot digitizer software. So if you type plot digitizer software, you will be getting this link. So if you right click and open this link, and there will be a download option. So if you click the download option, it will download this software. Anyway, the download folder will be in RAR, download file will be in RAR format. So once you extract that, you will be getting these files. So you have two options. You can launch the application by the exe file, or you can also use a executable jar file to launch it. So here I'll be using jar file, executable file to launch this application. So if I double click it, it will launch the application, and you can load the image file by clicking file, open. Then you should navigate to the folder where you have kept the image. So right now it's in the same folder where I have kept, so I can open it. So I have opened the image. I have loaded the image in the plot digitizer. To use the plot digitizer, we should specify the minimum x value and the maximum x value and maximum value of different coordinates. Here we are having coordinate, we will specify those things. So right now the plot digitizer is asking me to specify the most negative end of x-axis. Here the most negative end of x-axis is this point. But if you take this scale, the scale is around 0.2, and where we have small 1, 2, 3, 4 mini scales. So if we divide 0.2 divided by 5 or 4, we will be getting 0.05, and so the value of this would be minus 0.05. So now it's enter the value of most negative end of x-axis. Here you can notice that the axis are flipped. So it's good to specify the negative value below the x-axis and positive value above the x-axis. That we can, once we obtain the values, we can flip that later. So to make our job simple, we will consider this as negative value and this as positive value. So the most negative value of y-axis minus 1.2. Now it's asking me to choose the most positive end of y-axis, that is this one. So I have specified that the value is 1. So if you are using some logarithmetic or something like that, you can check on this one. But in this case, the graph is linear. Now it is asking me to choose the most positive end of y-axis. So in this case, my most positive value of y-axis 0.6. So it's supposed to be a minus 0.6. I have flicked that positive and negative sign so that it will be easy for to use it. So the positive value is plus 0.6. So if you wish, you can assign the x-axis name and y-axis name. So right now I'm just keeping the x and y variable as the x and y axis name. Now we shall trace different points. Here you can also zoom in or zoom out based on your requirement. So it's good to put in zoom mode so that you can easily trace the curve. Now we shall try to trace the curve. So I have zoomed in a little bit so that I can have a better control of this curve. So this is a point and this is the next point, and so likewise you can trace different points. So if you want to if your curve is very complex, then you should put more points to trace a curve. Then we go down a little bit. Anyway, I have completed this thing. Once you complete it, you can go to File, Export, Calibrate the data. So it will write everything in one data format, in one file. So we shall give the file name CP, and you can save it. So this is a file it has created. So the format of the file is XML header. So now we will open this file in Excel. So I'm launching Excel. So better we shall copy the path of this file folder. Now the Excel is ready to use. We shall open this one. So Control O to open the file. And we shall go to browse and we shall paste the path of the folder. So now this is the XML files, and now we shall open this file. So if you go to the last two columns, they are the XY data. So we shall try to verify that through the plot. So go select those, home, insert, scatter plot. We shall check it. So this is a CP curve of the this graph.